which stands for Master of Business Administration. So, can any one of you guess what FEAR stands for? Just one guess. No. Yeah, basically it stands for fear. It means what it means. I just wanted to add some intrigue and to lead you astray from my main topic. Because today I'm going to speak about fears, because all of us have different fears. And if you like to know, to get deep into the things, you can translate FEAR as feeling of emotion and adrenaline rush. Just I concocted it. It's my invention. Okay. Today is Men's Holiday, and I'd like to start with some of the very basic fears of all men. A couple of days ago, I know I'm going to reveal some secrets about that. I guess all the women know that men actually are very fearful creatures. We only try to look so brave. On the outside, it's like a facade, but inside, everybody has lots of fears. Yeah, that's what I meant. A couple of days ago, I read an interesting scientific research, and basically it said that it was a list of fears men have. I don't know how they found out about them. Probably they asked a lot of men, but I looked through that list and I was horrified. Oh my God, so many fears. Poor men. Just to name a few. Men are afraid of women, becoming bald, becoming broke, becoming a father, commitment, looking weak, having modest means, looking stupid, and even sex. Basically, men are afraid of everything. And by the way, fear of sex is called scientifically syndrome of expecting a failure in bed. It's an interesting thing because it's a basic drive of all men and also a fear at the same time. So
you want to talk about?
I'm not gonna get into the depth. I guess, yeah, I understand. Because it's not for our audience. Some of you okay, we can discuss it later. Another interesting concept which I'd like to share with you is the fear of public speaking, because we're all here, and some guys might say, okay, I'm not afraid of public speaking, but it was a poll in the United States, and it reveals that the number one fear of Americans is fear of public speaking. It's even about the fear of death, disease, and losing your closest people. It's strange. And I came across a very interesting theory which tries to explain why people are so afraid of speaking in front of the audience. And again, last time I mentioned Radislav Gandapas, a cool guy with a strange name. So tonight I'm going to again refer to his theory. Basically, his theory says the following. It goes back to the prehistoric times, and let's imagine that we're all the tribe, and we all together so interdependent on each other. So, for example, each and every one of you cannot survive without the group. And let's say that okay, we men, we hunt, we try to provide food to our tribe, and all the women, they like nurture babies, they collect some berries, and I hope wait their men from the hunt. Some might not, but it's not the point. And let's imagine that I'm like a member of our tribe, stand out some way, and do something really stupid. I'm not going to do something stupid. But let's imagine that somehow I screw up, I fuck up in front of you. And what you say? You say, okay, we don't need you, go away. You just lost our respect, and we don't need you. And I'm a poor guy who screwed up in front of my tribe. I go to the forest. And it's true that I would not be capable to survive on my own, because in the forest there are a lot of wild animals, there are other tribes who protect themselves. So you will be fine, but I will die. That's why in our brain, I believe the fear of public speaking is so much associated, intertwined with the fear of death. That's why some people, it was scientifically proved that lots of people fear approximately the same feelings inside, the same emotions, as if somebody pointed a gun into their head. Can you imagine? Oh my God, it's crazy. I'm so glad that I don't fear the emotions. Because another interesting fact that I'd like to share with you is that, as you just saw and heard, we're just outdated machines, outdated evolutionary machines. Because everybody knows that if he screw up in here in front of the audience, he's not going to die, no one is going to kill him, and everything will be fine, but we are still afraid. And I have a very simple question to prove my next theory, is who is afraid of spider? Spider. Who is afraid of a snake or a wild tiger, let's say? Okay, and who is afraid of a car, let's say BMW? Who is afraid of a Volkswagen Phaeton? Who is afraid of Lexus? No one. But according to the statistics in our society, more people die because of the cars on the streets than because of the spiders. For example, in my life, I've never seen a real spider, but I'm afraid of it because, as I already mentioned, we are outdated evolutionary machine. Means that we are basically stupid when it comes to our fears. And as a conclusion, I just would like to say that 99% of our fears are groundless, so we have nothing to be afraid of. And all those fears, they hamper our progress and hamper us from achieving something new, something interesting, and enjoying our life in full. So don't be afraid of anything, just take action, and I guarantee that in 99% you will not die. Thank you.